I'm 16 years old. I own my own business, and I have a following on Instagram that I've built from scratch. Now, right now, I'm an ambassador for a clothing brand named Supply Chain. No huge following, no industry connections, just a strategy. And today, I'm giving you the entire thing. How I got noticed, what I said, and what the deal actually looks like. And exactly how you can do the same thing no matter how many followers you have. So let's get into it. If you don't know me, I'm Brody. I started a photography brand back in, I think 2023. And alongside that, I've been building a personal brand within social media on Instagram. And over the last year and a half, with some of my content pulling in over 100,000 views. But none of that would have happened by accident, and none of it happened overnight. I'm not saying this to brag, I'm saying this for you to know. This video isn't theory. Everything I'm about to walk you through is stuff I've actually done. And stuff that is actually working for me right now. Before we get into the how, let's clear up what a brand ambassador actually is, because most people get confused with a influencer or an affiliate. Okay, guys? They're not the same thing. They're completely different. So, an affiliate is someone who gets paid or gets a discount based on how many sales they generate with a code or a link. It's just pure numbers. Now, a influencer is someone that, goes to the brand and they get paid per post, and it's usually a one-time thing. Now, a brand ambassador is completely different. A brand ambassador is someone that builds a relationship that represents the company over time, and you might get free products, a discount code for your audience, and sometimes commission, and even cash sometimes. But the brand is investing in you as a person and not just your account. Now, it's not just in a single post. They want your face, they want who you are, and they want consistency. And that's all attached to their name and your name. Remember that. And here's something most people don't really realize. Brands don't want the creators with the biggest following. They want the accounts with small followings, with 2,000 followers, 5,000 followers, and sometimes accounts that are a little bit bigger with 25 or 50. But smaller creators they tend to have more engagement. They tend to have an actual niche and a audience that trusts them. Bigger audience tend to be more dead and not really there. But they usually pay more for bigger influencers. So brands tend to go for smaller creators because it tends to be cheaper also. And they care more about you when you're smaller. They ended up giving me my own discount code, which is Brody Lamar, all caps. Now, if you go to my bio, you can use that and get 15% off. But going back to what I was saying, they gave me that to share with my audience, and since then, I just haven't really been posting about it. I haven't just posted about it. I've brought groups in and different people from all over the United States to shop with them, which I am very grateful for, that people have trusted me to do that. And that's the honest version. It wasn't just luck. It was 2 to 3 months of actively looking every day, hours on end. And it's one of those things where you can't just pick a random one. You have to pick one that you trust and you feel confident in. And so once I did this, I reached out, and if it was right, you know how that went. Alright guys, here's the actual method when I say this, step by step. Save this part, guys, you're gonna need it. So when you build a niche, you need to reach out to anyone. I didn't start that up. Alright, that Alright, wait. Alright, here's the actual method, step by step, and you guys need to save this cult if you save anything. You need to build a niche before you reach out to anyone at all. Views, likes, and all that, it doesn't matter if you're posting random things here and there. You can't be posting about fashion and then the next day be posting about cults. They don't go together. But if you do post about a whole bunch, it works way better in the long run. And honestly, they want someone who looks like they've already belong in their world. A brand doesn't want someone that barely knows what's going on. So honestly, and with me, with supply chain, they always seen that I had a street rail, dark, cinematic, high contrast aesthetic with every photo I did, every video, and they just knew it was my brand, which is me, the way I hold myself. Now step 2, post consistently and track your numbers, okay guys? When I say post consistently, that doesn't mean post one video this week and then post 10 next week and then don't post for 2 months and then redo the cycle. It means post, like for me, I tend to post every Friday afternoon. It's constant. My followers, everyone that knows me knows I post on Friday in the afternoon around 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. They expect a post, and that's why I tend to get more likes on that post than anything else, from mainly my followers. Now, when you post constantly, you also need to track your numbers. So when you reach out to a brand, you can show them, say, like a month and a half of engagement. Once they see that, they tend to say yes more. Now, step 3, build a simple media kit. And this doesn't need to be fancy, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's just one page with your follower count, your engagement rate, your top performing posts, and a couple lines about who you are and what you create. Please cut that. We're keeping that in, aren't we? Step 4, guys. Find the right brand. Don't go straight for the biggest names. Start with smaller and newer brands because they tend to be more open to a lot of things. They tend to be more open with creativity. They let you be who you want to be. Now, they're more likely to respond and they're often more willing to build a relationship with you instead of ignoring you. Now, step 5. Reach out the right way. Follow up without being annoying, guys. I know how it is when you message them and it's been 3 to 4 days. You may have seen they looked at your message. Now listen, they look at your account and all that. It's okay. And I wouldn't message immediately after 3 to 4 days. I would give them a little bit. I would wait a week and a half, possibly 2 weeks, and then follow up with a very, very nice message. Don't try to be rude. Don't try to be sarcastic. Just be very nice and upfront about it, you know? And honestly, if they don't message back to you with anything, I would just leave it. Don't message them, leave it, go find a new brand. Because obviously, they don't respect you or your time. You need to find a brand that does respect you. Now, once you got that, you're good. Just don't annoy them. Now, step 7. Once they say yes, get clear on what they expect. You want to know how many posts they want. You want to know what they want tagged. You need to know deadlines. Deadlines are a big thing you have to know. Companies expect so many posts per month, per week. And sometimes they expect so many stories to be posted about them a day. They'll post to be liked and all that. Now, once they say yes, you need to treat this as a professional relationship. This ain't a relationship between your friend, it's a relationship between you and your boss, because that's what they are, because it is one, it's a professional workplace, and that's what you need to treat it like. Now, let's talk about what not to do, because I've seen so many people mess up this constantly, guys. So mistake one, reaching out with a messy, inconsistent profile, guys. Honestly, brands will check this before they even think about responding to you. So if it's a mess, why would they ever message you back? You need to have it within your niche. You need to have it on topic. You need to have it where they want you instead of you wanting them. Now, mistake 2. Asking for payment before you've proven any value. Why would they pay you if you have no proof you've done anything like this before, you haven't handled a brand before, and you're going to them and asking, hey, I want $500 for one post or this or that, and you know, they won't want to do it if you have never partnered up with a brand before. So go in, most of the time you can ask for a percentage off of each sale using your discount code or something like that. Now, if you've never worked with a brand before, don't lead with, how much will you pay me? Lead with what you can offer them. Mistake 3. Not tagging brands or staying consistent. If you want a brand to notice you, tag them. Wear their stuff. Mention them. Honestly, if you go in and buy some of their stuff and post it and tag them, they'll be way more open to actually collab with you because they can see what type of engagement they could get if you did post them. It helps in the long run, and it could help you in so many different ways, guys. Now, mistake 4. Giving up after the first try. It's gonna happen. They're gonna say no the first time you try this. There is no way they're gonna say yes on the first time. Try the second time. Try a third time. Try a fourth time. You might have to try 50 times before you get a yes. But the thing is, consistency is key. When you want to become an influencer, you've always signed up to be consistent as long as you have your page. Now, most people quit after the first rejection. You need to light a fire in yourself to keep on. And once you do, you'll be finding people that actually want to be partnered up with you. I want to be open with you guys for a second anyway, because this whole journey would not be possible without God. I would never have the engagement I have, the business I have, the knowledge I have, and definitely not the following. None of it means much to me without keeping God in the middle of it, guys. I've been open before about parts of my story that weren't easy, and a lot of it where I am now. I'll give credit to him for that. Building something like this isn't just about followers or deals for me, guys. It's about using whatever platform I get the right way to show who God is, my God. And so if you're watching this and you're chasing something big, I'd say chase it. You need to chase it with all you have. But don't lose sight of what it actually means to love what you're doing. Going forward, I'm not stopping at one brand deal. I've got my eyes on reaching out to tennis brands such as Lacoste, Wilson, Babolat. Since tennis is a huge part of my life, the goal isn't just one partnership. It's building Brody Lamar. And into that name, it's attached to multiple things I care about. If you want to see how deals like this happen behind the scenes, the DMs, the back and forth, the stuff that doesn't make the main page, I post all of that on my broadcast channel on Instagram called Behind the Brand. Go join that, follow me, and you'll see more videos like this. I'll see you later. God bless.